Welcome to the podcast of School Beyond Limitations. In this podcast, you will learn how to guide your child through their school life with the intention to help them find their unique essence that will allow your daughter, your son to live a fulfilled and meaningful life.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our fifth episode of this show. Once again, it's me, Nayeef and Martina German joined with us. Today, we'll be talking about the safety within SBL. This is a broad topic, but we'll try to cover as much as possible. Martina German, would you like to start?
Yeah, I would like to start because one of our pillars, of course, is well-being and feeling safe and seen at School Beyond Limitations. And yet we are exposed to a world out there which is very messy, and especially nowadays where, students are constantly exposed to social media threats and also, groups and peer pressure, which is never stopping. When I was young, it stopped somehow because I could just move away and go home, and then I was away from this peer pressure. And nowadays, everyone is reachable constantly and all the time. And so for us, psychological, physical, mental, spiritual safety means a lot, and well-being means everything. So this means also, especially because we are an online school, we want to educate our students together with the parents, because this is mainly a parental job, to keep their children safe within, the online world, especially if it's happening outside of the school context. But within the school context, we aim for our students to know that they have the power and the ownership in their hands, that they can feel safe all the time because there are trusted adults around them, and they need to always pause and say, if something strange is happening out there, they need to be aware that they are not alone. Because, they're young, they need support, they need protection, they need guidance, they need also sometimes direction, especially if there are people who are not meaning it well. Sometimes it may just be a joke, so to speak. But a joke can end into something completely different, and it can harm, it can be painful. And once the trauma is there, it is really, 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 really complicated and difficult to dissolve that trauma and to bring, the confidence back. So safety is basically everything. And I wanted to ask you, basically, Nayeef, you've been with us with SBL for 5 years, and now you are an SBL alumni. How safe did you feel within SBL? And what I'm saying, did you experience that also, or what would you say?
First of all, I haven't experienced it at all. Safety is something that is another vital point for any place, any public place, and school is no indifferent. But it's not always about creating a safe space for students. It's about maintaining it, and maintaining a school space or a public space is not as easy as we think, because it's like 50 people against one, 50 people against two. So how do we maintain it? By allowing the students, the people who are, let's say, who will be, initiating the problem to make it unsafe, to give them lessons and then make them aware how much this can affect a person. And this awareness comes from within. Once again, it's a wellness from within, and this can only be maintained if both parties have an understanding, and they're in alignment. They have a vision and a goal that they're working for, and something that they share in common. And this is what SBL brings. It brings people with common interests and common values and beliefs, so that they can work and function together. They can coexist. You can have disagreements, sure. I mean, that's a part of life, but that doesn't mean that you try to violate someone verbally or physically because of the disagreement. It's just that you learn through it. And this maintenance of safe space is also something that gives them an understanding of maintaining it themselves outside of the school setting. And this is what they've done personally. So I know many who have changed because of this. Obviously, it also depends on how much of a good relationship with you have with the person that, to take a disagreement to a certain extent. But then again, this SBL believes in having a small space, so everybody is connected and having a bond. So I think SBL is doing a great job on maintaining that safe space.
Thank you, Naeef, because we really mean it, wholeheartedly, because it is something that nowadays has may go out of hands. And we know now that, especially girls, 90% of the girls aged 16, they are experiencing inappropriate offenders at times. And I think this is something that we need to take care about so that they know this is not reality. This is part of reality, but we can do something about this reality by being ourselves and by knowing that there is a network around us that supports us. So thank you for sharing your experience also with School Beyond Limitations. And I think I would like to emphasize here what I already said before is really the importance of the collaboration with the parents, with the families. Families play a vital role in this. And if families and the school work together with the student, so that the student and the young person feels that they can talk to us, then we can help also the offender, because as you rightly said before, the offender may have been a victim themselves, right? And it's about educating victims, and nobody who is, I firmly believe if you are confident, a confident person, and if you are coming from within, as you said before, then there is no need to offend anybody else. There's no need to be horrible with other people. So an offender usually has been victimized also and has undergone trauma. And our job is to help, together with the parents, to the student, the young person, navigate this reality so that they get into their clarity again and say, I'm free. Our anthem says we are free, free to be. We can only be free to be if we know who we are and if we know that we can trust our surroundings. And if there is somebody who actually brings something into the context which doesn't feel good about, then I can use strategies. Those strategies are, taken care of by parents and the school.
You know what, Martina? I don't see parents and school as separate entities. And this is what I love about SBL the most, is that it believes in it too. It brings everyone together, and then the whole community is a family together. So, parents, schools, teachers, and peers, they all play a role in the development of the student. And to be very honest, also technology, this plays a big role in also abuses and violations and assaults that you just talked about. I don't necessarily think that safe space should only be maintained between a person to a person. It's also the online, the social media we're on 24/7. It's a part of our life, and letting children know the proper use of social media is very, very important, because as we have seen in the past, bunch of teenagers are exposed to things that they're not supposed to be exposed to, and then that's somehow destroying their malfunctioning of brain or their behaviors, and many just develop traits and even get traumatic. And these are very important for children's shape of life.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just all hope for the best and collaborate. I mean, that's a very powerful word, the collaboration between parents, students, and everyone, and all the surroundings. And yeah, keep maintaining the safe space, I guess.
Absolutely. And I don't have anything to add here because this is what we are here for, right? So we are family, we are a team, and as a team, we can do so much. And yeah, so thank you, Naeef, for this
Well,
podcast today.
thank you very much. Keep an eye on our YouTube channel for more videos like these. Thank you very much. See ya.
At School Beyond Limitations, we support our students find their unique essence. Feel free to share the content of this podcast with other parents. We are here to show that your children can indeed bring their unique essence into life. So, reach out to us if you think that this is what you'd like your daughter, your son to experience, or apply through our website. Also, leave your comments, your questions, or your review about the podcast. Share it with others. And as you know, sharing is caring.